Today in history, February 5th, 1994, Byron De La Beckwith was convicted of the 30-year-old murder of Medgar Evers, who was a civil rights leader. Why was it 30 years? Well, here's his story. Medgar Evers was a World War II veteran, and when he came back from fighting overseas, fighting for his country, he found that he was locked out of a lot of things after having served and put his life on the line. He was not allowed to enter the Mississippi Law School, so he started working and helped found chapters of the NAACP and worked for desegregation. Now, when he obviously did this, angered people, especially the KKK. Now, Byron De La Beckwith, he was in the KKK. He was a fertilizer salesman. And Medgar was shot in his driveway on June 12th in 1963 in front of his family, his wife and his children, his wife Myrlie. Byron went to court twice. The first time it was they were deadlocked. The second time it was a hung jury. So they never pursued it because they knew at the time, the prosecutors knew they weren't going to get a conviction. So 30 years. Now, over the course of this 30 years, his wife, Medgar's wife, Myrlie, she did not stop. She persisted. She persisted in getting her husband's case reevaluated and looked at again and pushing for a conviction. So in 1989, they noticed that there were documents that showed that the jurors that they had picked for both of these court cases were they were illegally screened, which, in 1963 in the South, it's going to be that way. And they had evidence. They also had new evidence. People that had been scared to speak out at the time came forward. So in 1994, February 5th, Beckwith was convicted of murdering Medgar Evers, and he was sentenced to a life sentence. He died in 2001 at the age of 80 in prison. Let this be a lesson to people. There is no statute of limitations on murder. And what you do today, even though it may be, brushed under the rug and not the powers that be not convict, those powers that be won't be there forever. Remember that. So cups up to Medgar Evers and to his wife for never, ever giving up hope.